Hello guys, today we are at our football quiz and we're gonna talk about football world. We'll be given the statements and we'll discuss about it. My name is Ali Khan. Here is...
My name is Daniel.
And
my name is Al Mansour.
Let's start.
Let's start from the first statement. The statement is PSG making the 2026 UEFA Champions League final proves that losing Kylian Mbappé was the best thing to happen to them. They are much better team without him.
Okay, so let's show our answers.
So I am ready to reveal.
2, 3. And disagree. I'm not sure why are you disagreeing? So first of all, let's start off.
Okay, I will start.
No, let's start off my opinion because disagree.
It's something disagree.
I don't think that
okay,
it will be a problem. So Mbappe, we already have one of the biggest controversial personals in nowadays football worlds, and he was actually the central problem and the most issue at the PSG team at that time. Because besides his football factors, he was also very controversial individual. His personality was very bad, and that was the big problem in their internal team. So besides his football factors, he was also a very controversial individual. His personality was a big problem in his internal team.
Yes, that's a great point. I understand it. We can see that PSG have already won a Champions League title after he left PSG. But let's talk about his national team. Even though he plays in France, really competitive national, where there is a lot of superstars, he is a leader. He shows his leadership. He is a really great player. Like we have seen that he have already won a World Cup title and have been playing in World Cup final in the 2022. So I think that's one of the things that shows that he's not an egoist and a really great player.
I mean, like, there is a question about the PSG team, not a national. So, I mean, how does it affect to the national team? That makes no sense.
Yeah, that's a great question. But we are talking about one person. Even though he have played in PSG, we have heard a lot of some news that he's a toxic player. But we can see the real moments in his national teams that he's really a leader, and even though he is young, he's already a captain.
But the question is like. Mbappé is leaving from PSG. It made only PSG better. So why do I agree? We can say it like Mbappé was individualist. He was the star player of PSG. Yes, he was good. You said right. Like he had a good impact, but he had more bad impact on it because PSG was only relying on Mbappé. It was like only reliance, and they were passing to Mbappé, and he was doing some magic. Yes, but. Without these passes, PSG couldn't play so well with him in his team, because if you see like matches, if you look at the UEFA Champions League when he was in PSG, when passes didn't go to Mbappé, he was just standing, he was doing nothing. But if you look at now how PSG plays, they're like a really team. They don't rely on only one person. They're playing as a team, and when they have a ball, everybody goes attacking, and when they lose the ball, they all go to defense to take the ball and so on. That made PSG better. Some like attackers, some strikers like Dembele, Barcola, and Kvaratskhelia. They're star players, but PSG do not rely on these on one player. They like play like a team. They have a really great defense. They have a really great midfield players and also the strikers.
Yeah, and also I want to add that Kylian Mbappé was actually trying to be like a man that he was idolizing. It is Ronaldo. But the problem is that Ronaldo won 3 Champions League and he's not.
So I have already said my point, and I think he's gonna win a Champions League in the future. And let's do not forget about World Cup. Like Ronaldo has 0 World Cups.
Yeah,
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah,
So let's
continue.
close
Wait,
this
wait.
question.
So, okay, let's move on. The next question is, Vinicius Junior is the most dangerous player in the world of football right now. So,
Okay,
mm,
in three, let's show.
So let's reveal.
I'm
Three,
ready to answer.
3, 2, 1.
one.
It's 50-50. Two
Yeah,
50-50s and
50-50.
one disagree. Let's start with disagree.
Okay, why do I disagree? The main word is right now. Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, Vinicius Junior is a good player, but not this season. He didn't show this season his potential, how he plays good this season. He was really good the previous and the previous one, but this season he didn't show himself really good. Why? Let's look at the matches. For example, let's look at UEFA Champions League or La Liga. If you look, he's not even in the top 10 goal scorers in the La Liga, because when Mbappe came to Real Madrid, he was like Vinicius, little bit shadowed in Mbappe's in shadow. Yeah, he didn't. How can I say? Showed himself really well, because most of players played to Mbappe. He was the main striker, but Vinicius was somewhere in the wing. Right now, he isn't really good. As I said, in the La Liga and UEFA Champions League, he didn't show himself really good. And let's look at previous match, like El Clásico. If you watch it, 2-0, Barcelona were dominating, and yeah, they were really dominating. How can I say? And Vinicius couldn't pass through Barcelona's defense. Maybe he passed one time, but he didn't pass the other times. He didn't attack really good, and he didn't play as he did before Mbappe joined Real Madrid. So that's why I disagree, and he isn't the most dangerous player.
Okay, I like your answer, and let me tell you why I chose to answer 50-50. Because, yeah, like you have already said, he have played really a bad game versus Barcelona, but even it was only one match. In other games, he showcases that he's a really dangerous player.
So you mentioned that the main word was right now, but I want to tell that the main word is actually dangerous. So so you mentioned a lot about the stats, but I want to tell that for example, in the Champions League, he's the second with the assists, and it actually shows that he's very adaptive player, because before Mbappe, you know that Vinicius was the top player and the player
he
that
was.
carried the Real Madrid,
Yeah.
and the whole team was playing on him, and he was like kind of striker. But when the Mbappe came, Mbappe, like as you said, shadowed the Vinicius, and he was placed a little bit to the wing. To the wing of the field. Yeah, to the
I
left
just
side.
think that the
so
problem is
so
that-
left side, but he still shows and showcases that he can create chances, and he can actually provide goals and be very dangerous in the Champions League.
It was versus no-name clubs, like I don't
Yeah.
even know the names.
Look like Bayern München, how he.
In like second with the assist shows that he's very consistent and can showcase in the long period of time, not only
He's
2-3
dangerous,
games.
but he's not consistent. Like
Yeah.
he can play a great game, and after that he will be the
Player.
crybaby.
Now he's really crybaby.
Yeah,
And he was a crybaby.
versus Barcelona, he was always crying. Why didn't he get the
And
ball?
also he was showing 15 chances.
That was really stupid move.
Okay, so
So I
let's go
think
back to
we
the
finished,
crux
yes.
of the question that says why Vinicius is dangerous. So I mean I've already said why he's dangerous, but you are still saying that he's not consistent. But it's not the point. I'm saying that he's still dangerous, even though the Real Madrid changed his position and made him second player after the Mbappe. But he still could adapt it and showed that he can actually be very dangerous player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he is really a dangerous player, but the statement says that he is the most dangerous player in the world right now. I mean, yes, he can play a great game, but to be the most dangerous player in the world, you have to be consistent. Feature Kvaratskhelia, he have played an really great game versus Bayern Munich. He have created a lot of chances, and we can see that he was helping the club versus the biggest opponents.
Yeah, and Kvaratskhelia was also the best player in before the PSG in the Napoli. He showed himself really good. So that's why consistency is the most important thing that the player has.
Okay, I think we have already
discussed
discussed the
Yeah,
question,
okay, so let's
move on.
Gianni Infantino put in a Super Bowl style halftime show with Coldplay into the 2026 World Cup. Final is the worst thing to ever happen to the football.
Good question.
Yeah, good question
really
actually.
good
So,
question.
I'm ready to answer.
So yeah, me too.
Me too, actually.
Me too.
So let's reveal.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So,
No, that's
Oh, so
interesting.
there are
We
three,
all have
three different answers.
three different opinions.
So let's start with agreement.
With me, okay. Why do I agree with the statement? It made worse because if you know, what is football? Football is passion. Yes, there have always been only a 15 minutes break during times, halves, and why is it 15 minutes? First, let's consider because when the players leave the pitch and they have a little break, it's crucial for them not to rest too much because it might cause some injuries if you know, and your muscles are not really concentrated if you say it like this. Yes, and they are thinking about the match. Yes, because if they'll rest 30 or 40 minutes, if you know, if you look at Super Bowl, it lasts for 40 or 50 minutes, the halftime shows.
No.
Wait.
Let's.
Wait, I'll continue.
I just want to say that it's not last for 40 minutes.
But it did.
No, not like it lasts for the exact time as the half break of
Okay,
the game.
let's say 30 minutes. Okay.
No.
It's enough. Wait,
Well, what is okay? I mean.
No, I mean 30 minutes. It's a lot.
I mean, if
It's
the
a lot.
Super Bowl have 30 minutes break, then
Okay.
then the show will be 30 minutes.
But we're
in the
talking about
football,
World Cup.
there's 15 minutes break, so the show will be. Will last only for 15 minutes, and it will not have any effect for the football players.
Yeah, but there won't be only one. How can I say artist? There will be not only Coldplay. There will be Shakira and BTS too, because to put the things on the stage or to remove them so they will sing their songs, it will last approximately 30 minutes. Yes, but it's too long for players to consider. Yeah, but they lose. If they're making this World Cup final, it's Americanization. If you know, football has always had these rules to 15 minutes. World Cup is one of the most popular tournaments in football history, and it's most crucial. So that's why if the halftime show will last more than 30 minutes or 30 minutes, they lose the heat. They won't be in heat like they were in the first half. So it's really crucial for players to rest not more than 15 minutes.
Okay, can I continue?
Can I continue? Because he said such such bullshit, can I say? Because he said that that the show will last for 30 minutes, but the break is 15 minutes. And you mentioned like it was the Americanization, but it is not actually, because you know that that in the US they call football soccer. So it's very. So it's very obvious that the football is not popular in the US as in the other countries. So I think that put in the halftime show that is more popular and similar for the American peoples, it will help to improve and increase the popularity of the games, of the World Cup games, and full. Как бы заполнить стадион.
That people will feel
there won't be empty
empty seats.
stadium.
Yeah. So you mentioned that that it can be Americanization, but
Mhm.
it's actually not. Because if you know, they call football soccer, so that's very apparent that the football is not as popular as in the other countries, like in the US. So the American people doesn't intend to go to the World Cup games if the ticket costs very high. So the
Yeah.
ticket costs very high, and
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
so I think we've already solve this problem to
Yeah, we
let's-
can move
to
on.
fulfill the
Yeah,
stadium.
let's move on.
So there won't be any empty stadiums.
Päätetään
It's
vielä
very
liuta.
smart decision to put the halftime show, which is very similar and popular in the US.
That's a great point, but let me tell you why people dislike this idea. Like, football has always been different than other American sports, and by putting some halftime shows in the World Cup, people are worried that the halftime show will be more important than the game is. And if we will really do it, the football will lose its uniqueness and will never be
Yeah,
the
so
same.
again, football has already experienced these kind of halftime shows. For example, in 2018 World Cup, in the Russia there were a lot of halftime shows, and it didn't cause any opinions that it can be affect negatively to football.
Okay, in Russian there was like the show was before the match.
Yeah, before the match. It was not.
It wasn't
after
in the
first half.
halftime. Yep.
They put. I mean, it would be good to put these shows, but not during the half. After the half, because they lose the heat, as I said. And if you like put the shows before the match starts, it makes the match more interesting, and it's like the people will be waiting for much more after the show. They'll be entertained before the match and after the match and during the match too, because like putting the World Cup final, the most, how can I say, the most important final, and the show between it sounds a little bit stupid. Yes, and
So
Yeah,
again,
I
Gianni
perfectly agree.
Infantino, Gianni Infantino is always been more business people than a football people. So he always thinks about like how can I improve the conditions and the shows that they can give to the people, because World Cup appears to be one of the most important and popular, So again, Gianni Infantino is more business people, and he tries to solve some problems and some issues that may be caused in some areas or some regions. So World Cup had already been conducted in many countries, and there were problems and issues that he appeared to solve. And in the USA, the main problem is to fulfill the stadiums, because the people are not interested like in football, like in the other countries. So the best way is to put the halftime shows that will last only for 15 minutes and will, warm up the stadium, so they won't lose concentration to the game.
Yeah, I also
the-
think that's not really a bad idea, because by adding halftime shows there will be more fans and football will be more known globally. And yeah, I think people are making it more dramatic before even seeing how does it actually work.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree with Alejandro. He said that he cares more about financial part of the World Cup, because World Cup final is the most watched.
Watched events.
Yes, watched
Which
events
mean
in the world. Like the previous World Cup, they were watching. Like, how can I say, 4 billion people, if I'm not mistaken. There are a lot of
Yeah.
people watching. Yeah, and these artists, they can make a lot of money because they will be shown in the whole world in the most watched event in the world. So that's why his part is really sounds smart.
Yeah. So
yeah.
so I think we've already discussed this question.
Yeah,
And
we can
let's,
move on.
Yeah,
let's move on.
let's move on.